it's crazy because the nigga really beefing with me. Y'all hear me? The nigga really beefing with me because I'm with a nigga he beefing with. They beefing with hoods. Like, I'm with blood. So he making in the blood I'm with, I guess they beef. They not really beefing in real life, but like their hoods beef, the politics, whatever. He take politics more serious than his baby. That's just what it is. You get what I'm saying? So
the internet is bugging out right now, and when I say bugging, I mean collapsing faster than Blueface's loyalty. Because out of nowhere, Tesheki just detonated a digital nuke straight into Chrisean Rock's world. I'm talking CCTV footage, alleged evidence, whispers of an investigation, and enough drama to make the Kardashians look like kindergarten nap time. This isn't a rumor. This isn't a fan theory. This is a full-blown mess that has every gossip page typing like their keyboards are on fire. And the craziest part? Tesheki didn't just drop hints. She didn't post subliminals. She didn't write a shady caption. Nope, she marched straight into the spotlight with footage so controversial, so chaotic, so neck-snappingly messy that social media couldn't breathe for a full hour. The moment she said CCTV, the blogs turned into CSI Miami and the fans turned into FBI agents with zero training and unlimited Wi-Fi. Now the entire world wants to know, is Chrisean really under investigation? Is the footage real? Did Tesheki just end the storyline or start a bigger one? Grab your snacks, glue down your wig, and charge your phone, because what you're about to hear is messier than Chrisean's last 10 live streams combined. From the moment Tesheki pressed upload, the entire internet short-circuited. People were scrambling, refreshing, screen recording, zooming, and arguing in comment sections, like they were auditioning for Judge Judy. You would have thought someone leaked the Avengers script the way the blogs erupted. Tesheki wasn't playing around this time. She came with energy, urgency, and the confidence of someone holding a USB drive that could end a career. And the instant she mentioned CCTV footage, the timeline collectively lost its last functioning brain cell. Now let's be honest, the world has seen Chrisean Rock in messy situations before. She practically breathes chaos, and the internet usually eats it up with a side of popcorn. But this was different. This wasn't her punching a wall, losing a tooth, or yelling at Blueface in front of a seafood restaurant. This was an allegation involving Junior, the one topic that sends the internet into moral panic mode. Fans who normally laugh at the drama went dead silent, turning from spectators into concerned citizens within seconds. Tesheki knew exactly what she was doing. She didn't just post the footage. She posted it with captions that felt like they were written in bold, capitalized, flashing red letters. She dropped hints, threw shade, and sprinkled just enough context to ignite every gossip page within a 5-mile radius. She didn't name names at first because why spoil the suspense? But the moment people connected the dots, the storyline exploded like fireworks in a gas station parking lot. To understand how we got here, you have to rewind. Tesheki and Chrisean have been locked in a chaotic love-hate sisterhood war zone for months. One day they're besties, the next day they're dragging each other across live streams like it's a WWE tag team match. Their relationship is the emotional equivalent of shaking a soda bottle and then acting surprised when it explodes. And underneath all the fights, betrayals, and screaming matches, there's always been a tension, strong enough to power a city. Rumors had already been swirling that something happened off camera during their last blowout. People noticed Chrisean acting off during lives, disappearing for weird stretches, or posting cryptic quotes about trust and snakes. Nobody took it seriously after all. Cryptic quotes are basically her native language. But Tesheki's sudden silence, followed by her sudden bombshell, made everything feel darker. Like maybe this time, the situation wasn't just internet drama. Maybe it was something deeper. And then came the leak. A grainy clip. A hallway. A shadowy movement. A sound in the background. Nothing crystal clear, but just enough to make the internet gasp louder than a reality show reunion. Tesheki claimed it was proof. She said she'd been holding onto this for too long. And she hinted ever so dramatically that Chrisean's behavior around Junior had crossed lines nobody should cross. Immediately, fan pages went into panic mode. Some defended Chrisean like their rent depended on it. Others demanded answers, justice, clarity, anything. Meanwhile, The clip spread across the internet faster than a Zeus network scandal. Bloggers reposted it with captions like, "Is this real?" And "Oh my god, she didn't." TikTok detectives sharpened their pencils, ready to dissect every frame like they were auditioning for the FBI. People enhanced the footage, slowed it down, zoomed in 300%, and added red circles around absolutely nothing, because that's what detectives with zero credentials do. But the reaction wasn't just shock. It was fear. Fear that this scandal crossed into legal territory. Fear that the internet had stumbled into a real investigation. Fear that this was no longer entertainment, this was consequences. And in the middle of the storm, Chrisean posted. Nothing, no response. No rant, no clapback. No chaotic live screaming at Blueface or Carlisa. Nothing. Her silence was louder than any statement. People took it as guilt. Others took it as strategy. And many took it as proof that something serious was going down behind the scenes. Then Tesheki fueled the fire even more. She went live, eyes blazing, voice cracking, energy shaking. She didn't hold back. She said she was done covering up, tired of lies, and ready to expose everything. She looked like a woman who had been waiting months to hit play on revenge mode. And when she mentioned that the authorities already saw the footage, the internet combusted. Screenshots flew across the timeline showing people claiming Child Protective Services was involved. Whether it was true or made up by someone with too much free time, it didn't matter. The rumors spread like wildfire. Suddenly, the Chrisean drama wasn't funny anymore. It was tense, heavy, dangerous. Even Blueface, who normally inserts himself into every argument like a professional button pusher, stayed weirdly quiet. Fan theories turned into fandom wars. Some said Tesheki was jealous. Others said she was protecting Junior. Some said it was revenge for an old fight. Others insisted the footage was edited. Every corner of social media had its own version of the truth, and none of them matched. Some people even claimed Chrisean did nothing wrong and that Tesheki manipulated the footage. Others claimed Chrisean's chaotic lifestyle was finally catching up with her. TikTok astrologers blamed Mercury. Twitter blamed Blueface. Instagram blamed bad vibes. Everyone was pointing fingers in every direction except the right one, but nothing shook the internet harder than when a major gossip outlet posted that police were reviewing digital materials related to an incident. They didn't name Chrisean. They didn't name Tesheki. They didn't name Junior. But the timing lined up so perfectly that everyone assumed the worst. Theories turned into panic. Panic turned into hysteria. And suddenly, the entire world believed Chrisean Rock was the target of a real investigation. Bloggers milked the situation like cows at sunrise. They posted daily updates, even though none of them knew anything. Someone claimed Chrisean had already been questioned. Another said Tesheki was planning a press conference. None of it was verified, but on the internet, verification is optional. Drama is what matters. As the narrative spiraled out of control, old clips resurfaced of Chrisean acting wild around Junior. Clips from live streams, behind-the-scenes footage, reality show moments, anything that could be reinterpreted as evidence was reposted. Even harmless videos were treated like red flags. People who once laughed at our antics suddenly turned into moral police. Chrisean supporters fought back hard. They said Tesheki was bitter, clout-chasing, attention-hungry. They said she manufactured the scandal to stay relevant. They pulled up receipts of Tesheki's own messy behavior. They defended Chrisean with passionate essays, emotional rants, and screenshots of old moments where she held Junior with love. But the damage was already done. Because once the phrase "under investigation" hits the internet, it never goes away, and in that moment, nobody realized this was just the beginning of the storm. The moment part 1 ended, the internet had already mutated into a riot. People were arguing in comments like unpaid lawyers who took the case personally. Gossip pages were updating every 5 minutes like they were reporting a national emergency. And just when the chaos couldn't get any thicker, celebrities started popping out like popcorn kernels exploding in hot oil. Suddenly everyone had an opinion, even people who haven't been relevant since the Vine era. The first celebrity to chime in was a rapper who simply tweeted, "Ain't no way," with a facepalm emoji. That one emoji turned into 100,000 retweets in under an hour. It wasn't even a statement, it was just disappointment, which is worse because disappointment hits deeper than shade. Fans questioned if he knew something the public didn't. Others accused him of clout chasing. His mentions turned into a demolition derby within minutes. Then came a popular actress who posted, "If this is true, Lord have mercy." The internet treated that like a courtroom verdict. TikTokers stitched her post into dramatic videos with thriller music, narrating it like a Netflix documentary. The Bayhive-style detectives arrived instantly, connecting dots no one asked them to connect. They brought up Chrisean's past behavior, her fights, her screaming matches, turning every old clip into a brand new scandal. And oh, the memes. The memes were undefeated. People were posting screenshots of Junior with captions like, "Please get this baby a therapist ASAP. Please get this baby a therapist ASAP." Others were photoshopping Chrisean into interrogation rooms, acting like she'd already been arrested. One meme showed Tesheki holding a USB drive like she was presenting evidence at a government trial. The internet was laughing and panicking at the same time, a perfectly toxic cocktail of chaos. But the twist came when a legitimate journalist tweeted, "Hearing the situation might be more serious than what's online." They didn't name Chrisean. They didn't name Tesheki. They didn't mention CCTV, but the timing lined up too perfectly. The internet grabbed that tweet, twisted it like taffy, and turned it into confirmation that Chrisean was being investigated by the FBI, CIA, PTA, and NBA all at once. Facts were irrelevant. Vibes were in full control. Tesheki continued pouring gasoline on the fire. She posted another live video where she hinted that this is bigger than anyone realizes. She said she had more footage. More conversations, more receipts, basically. She made it sound like she had a whole season of Law and Order Crenshaw unit ready to drop. She even mentioned protecting Junior, and let me tell you, that phrase activated the internet like smelling salts. Every mommy blogger, every child safety activist, every concerned citizen suddenly became part of the conversation. Meanwhile, Chrisean still posted nothing, no denial. No jokes, no clapbacks. No accidental chaos on live. Just silence, and that silence was echoing. Some fans swore she was ignoring the drama because she had nothing to hide. Others said she was hiding because the truth was terrible. And a whole different group said she was probably being advised by lawyers, which made everything feel even scarier. Blueface stayed out of it too, which was shocking. When Blueface goes quiet, that's when you know the situation has shifted from funny to frightening. Then an influencer dropped a video claiming that CPS might already be involved. There was zero proof. Not a screenshot. Not a voice note. Not a shadow of a receipt. But the internet believed it anyway because it matched what everyone feared. Suddenly, people were posting prayers for Junior like he was missing, even though he was literally at home living his baby life. The dramatics were on 100. Major gossip sites began posting big updates like, "Sources confirm investigation underway." No one knows which sources they meant. Could have been their cousin. Could have been Google. Could have been the voice inside their head. But the headlines alone pushed social media into hysteria. Every hour, someone else claimed to have insider information. Every post added more fog, more mystery, more panic. Celebrities began picking sides. Some indirectly defended Chrisean, calling her a strong mother going through a lot. Others sided with Tesheki, applauding her for speaking truth even when it's hard. And some did the annoying neutral thing, posting, sending love to everyone involved, which helped absolutely nobody. If anything, it made the situation feel even more ominous. Meanwhile, fan pages were breaking themselves apart. Team Chrisean pages were deleting comments, blocking people, making emotional statements like they were political leaders. Team Tesheki pages were claiming to have exclusive updates, even though their exclusive updates looked suspiciously like recycled tweets. Everyone was scrambling for relevance while pretending to care about the truth. Then a blurry screenshot leaked showing what looked like a message from an officer saying, "We received the footage." Nobody could confirm it. It could have been edited. It could have been fake. It could have been from a completely different situation. But the internet? Oh, the internet treated it like gospel. Screenshots were shared more times than Bible verses on Easter Sunday. On top of that, old interviews of Chrisean resurfaced where she talked about her struggles, her demons, her temper, and her pain. The internet wasn't watching her with humor anymore. They were watching her with concern and suspicion. Clips of her yelling, crying, or acting unstable suddenly took on new meanings. People who once laughed were now saying, "Something's off." "I knew it." Tesheki fanned the flames by mentioning she regrets not speaking sooner. That line alone turned the situation from messy to catastrophic. People assumed she'd been covering for Chrisean. Others said she was being manipulated. Others claimed she was trying to save face because she was part of the problem. The narrative shifted every 5 minutes, and each new twist was worse than the one before. Then came the bombshell. A blog posted that the CCTV footage allegedly showed inappropriate discipline. They didn't describe it. They didn't show it. They didn't name their source. But that one phrase, inappropriate discipline, hit the internet like a tsunami. People panicked. They speculated. They theorized. Some said it was minor. Others said it was major. Some claimed it was violent. Others said it was exaggerated. The unknown details made the situation even scarier. Public outrage skyrocketed. People were calling for welfare checks. People were tagging CPS. People were demanding statements from Zeus Network. People were contacting influencers like they were government officials. The situation had spiraled out of everyone's control, including Tesheki, including fans, and definitely including Chrisean Rock, and the world realized something huge. This scandal wasn't just a storyline. This was a full-on crisis, and the fallout was only just beginning. By sunrise, the internet wasn't just chaotic, it was unrecognizable. Entire timelines looked like they'd been set on fire and kicked down a hill. People who normally posted selfies and food pics were suddenly writing full investigation threads like unpaid journalists. Even casual fans woke up confused, scrolling through updates like, "What did I miss?" The drama had grown so big that it swallowed every corner of social media, leaving no space for peace, logic, or sanity. The biggest shock hit when a major outlet posted. Authorities reviewing submitted material. They didn't say whose material. They didn't say what footage. They didn't even mention names. But the timing lined up so perfectly with Tesheki's meltdown that the public instantly connected the dots. The headline alone sent the world into a new meltdown. People were talking about arrests, court dates, charges, hearings, none of which were confirmed, but all of which sounded believable enough to fuel panic. Meanwhile, Chrisean's silence became the loudest noise of all. For someone who posts her entire life in real time, from arguments to grocery trips, the sudden blackout was haunting. Fans wrote paragraphs begging her to speak. Haters accused her of hiding. Some people even theorized she'd been advised by lawyers to stay quiet. The longer the silence lasted, the more people interpreted it as guilt, fear, or shame. The internet turned her absence into a narrative she never asked for. Tesheki, however, was doing the exact opposite. She went live again, eyes exhausted, voice trembling, and energy fiery. This time she said she wasn't out for clout, she was out for truth. She insisted she didn't care about fame, followers, or viral moments. She said she only cared about Junior. And whether people believed her or not, that statement hit like a crash cymbal. Half the internet praised her bravery. The other half accused her of theatrics. But nobody ignored her. Then came the people posting, "I always knew something was off," even though they were laughing at Chrisean's antics last week. Suddenly everyone was a moral authority, diagnosing behaviors from old clips like psychic therapists who downloaded a psychology degree overnight. Even harmless videos, Junior laughing, Chrisean dancing, random moments were turned into evidence. The overreaction was insane. But scandals make people lose their minds, and in the middle of this circus, Blueface popped up. Not with clarity, not with facts, not with support, but with pure Blueface energy, confusing posts, random tweets, and low-effort shade. He hinted that people always switch up, everybody lying, and the truth is coming. Classic deflection. Classic chaos. Classic look over there instead of here. Fans dragged him instantly, saying he helped create the entire environment that led to this mess. Others accused him of abandoning Chrisean when things got serious. And a small group defended him, saying he was staying quiet to avoid legal trouble. But no matter how he tried to steer the narrative, the internet wasn't letting him off the hook. The plot thickened even more when people noticed. Zeus Network acting suspiciously quiet. No statements, No clarifications. No PR cleanup, nothing. People assumed they were distancing themselves. Others said they were preparing a statement. Some swore they were secretly recording behind the scenes to turn this into a future episode. And honestly, knowing Zeus, nothing is impossible. Then a massive twist hit. A private message leaked from someone claiming to be close to Chrisean. The message said everything is being taken out of context. Weep before judging. It didn't explain anything. It didn't deny anything. It didn't confirm anything. But it gave people just enough hope to start doubting the entire narrative again. Suddenly, the internet was split down the middle. Half believed the footage was worse than anyone imagined. Half believed the footage was misleading and Tesheki exaggerated. And both sides fought with the passionate people who had way too much free time. Mom blogs entered the chat next, and they made everything worse. They wrote emotional essays about child safety. They dissected parenting dynamics. They posted generic warnings about toxic environments. They turned the situation into a full parenting debate that had nothing to do with the actual facts. Then another twist came. A verified page posted that no official charges have been filed. That made the internet implode with confusion. If no charges were filed, then what were the blogs talking about? Was the investigation real? Was the footage exaggerated? Was Tesheki lying? Was Chrisean being framed? Or was this just the calm before the real storm? The lack of answers fed more theories. Some fans started saying Tesheki was jealous and wanted attention. Others said she had a moral obligation to expose the footage. Some said she was trying to protect Junior. Others said she was trying to ruin Chrisean's life. Nobody knew anything. But everyone acted like they knew everything. Meanwhile, more old clips surfaced showing Chrisean crying. Overwhelmed, breaking down, and opening up about trauma. People watched them with fresh eyes, seeing pain they previously called entertainment. Influencers said she needed therapy, not judgment. Critics said she needed accountability, not sympathy. Everyone twisted the narrative to match their emotions, but the biggest blow arrived that night. Reporter claimed that multiple parties had now submitted statements regarding the situation. Multiple parties submitting statements. Those 3 words slapped the internet across the face. That meant Tesheki wasn't the only one. More people were coming forward. More footage might exist. More stories might surface. It changed. Everything. The narrative went from Tesheki exposed Chrisean to this situation is bigger than anyone knew. And as the public braced for the next chapter, one chilling truth became clear. The scandal wasn't ending. This was just the middle. Just the buildup. Just the spark before the explosion. Because with investigations, footage, statements, silence, and pressure mounting, the next twist was guaranteed to be catastrophic. And that, my friends, is the hurricane of chaos that just ripped through the internet like it was late on rent. Chrisean silent. Tesheki loud. Blueface confusing. Junior accidentally trending. The blogs overheating. And the fans fighting like it's a championship boxing match nobody trained for. If your brain feels fried, your jaw is somewhere on the floor, and your soul needs a reboot, congratulations. You've officially survived another meltdown delivered straight from the celebrity disaster lab. But before you run into the comments to unleash your theories, your rants, your novels, your detective breakdowns, or your emotional support essays for Junior, smash that like button like it stole your Wi-Fi password. Hit it so hard the algorithm thinks you're filing charges. And while you're at it, subscribe. Because Trend Tattle is dropping scandals faster than Chrisean drops phones during live streams. Now go OFF in the comments. Is Tesheki telling the truth or chasing clout? Is Chrisean being misunderstood or hiding something? Did Blueface know more than he pretends? Does the footage even show what people think it shows? And most importantly, who is the next person about to enter the circus? Tell me everything, your predictions, your suspicions, your wildest theories, because this comment section is about to turn into a full courtroom, a group chat, a therapy circle, and a neighborhood watch meeting at the same time. And remember, in the world of celebrity chaos, the drama never ends. Not today. Not tomorrow. Not ever. This is Trend Tattle, where the mess is loud, the tea is boiling, and the truth is optional, but the drama is mandatory.